What is going on, everyone? Commodore Les here, bringing to you guys my live reaction of Kaguya-sama Love is War manga chapter 280. Now, the chapter has come out. We're home on a Thursday. We're here today to sit down and read the second to last chapter of Akasaka's masterpiece. Oh my god, it actually is so real right now. Look, when we get done this chapter, next week, the conclusion, the end of the great journey that is Kaguya-sama, man. It's one of those feelings because obviously we had so many breaks in between whenever the chapters are going on and stuff in this final arc, and it's prolonged things, right? But now that it's sitting like right in front of me, that the end is right here, like after this corner I turn, we're at the finish line, like the end is there. It's going to be tough. It's going to be so tough to say goodbye. And despite the rattles that we've had to deal with, in certain areas and stuff, this has still been one of the greatest manga reading experiences when it comes to the weekly, the binges, the weekly, the whatever it is, And I'm so glad that I was able to at least cover this series from when I did with 226 to now, and being able to share my love for this series with all you guys. And I know I'm going to really go more into it next week or the week after, depending. If Akasaka gives me a break after this, I will gladly take it because it gives me a little bit of hopium and a little bit of copium added to it that I can prepare myself at the end. But after everything we got there from last week with Chika, the Horai stuff, and of course, trying to upset and rattle a little bit with Kaguya, and she's going to stay by. That's the prime minister. We got to protect her at all costs. The remaining ones, I'm assuming now, the remaining ones, it has to be. It's got to be these two right here on the volume cover, man. So, enough talking. Let's get into it. The penultimate, it is here. Here we go. Chapter 280, and it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I see a little coffee shop thing here, I guess, that they're at. Oh, okay, so Miyuki's there, and I'm assuming, yeah, it's Mikado that's over there as well. Okay. So I guess they linked up after the fact. I mean, they should not be on bad terms anymore because everything's now been resolved in regards to what's going on between Miyuki, Kaguya, especially with the Shijo family and all that. So I'm assuming they're at Anteku possibly, but sorry for calling you out all of a sudden, especially when you're probably still jet lagged. I mean, he came here. I mean, because I remember the volume cover is supposed to have the diplomas. So does he get his as well, or he's just basically there for Kaguya, Chika, Hayasaka for the graduations? But I'm assuming that's what it is, the latter. Don't worry about it. I've got no plans until tomorrow anyways. Tomorrow. We're finally graduating, huh? Oh, man. Chapter 280, the geniuses. And it has to be definitely for sure with Miyuki and Kaguya. I know it should be very obvious it's going to be these two, but look at this, man. The 1 and 2 in the exams, in the competing against one another to know who exactly is the brains in the family. It's important to understand that somebody in that household wears the pants and the other has brain cells, and they just happen to combine them all to one. So aren't you going to meet up with the princess after this? Nah, I didn't tell Shinomiya that I'd be back in the country. Oh, element of surprise ball. Okay. Huh? But why? I was just thinking about jumping out and surprising her as she leaves the graduation ceremony tomorrow. Yo, it would be actually hilarious though if Kaguya pulls like a Jose Mourinho after winning the Conference League, where she's like holding the medal but she's like crying her eyes on stuff, and then just sees her Sir Alex Ferguson or basically her man's just pulling up right after. That would be peak. That would be absolutely peak. You really love your little pranks, don't you? Like, I'm so excited. I love this for Miyuki. Personally, I think the princess will be even happier to be able to spend some extra time with you. I have all the time in the world to be with Shinomiya afterwards. There's no reason for me to be so impatient anymore, because he already has his woman. You know what it is? If she wants to pull up to San Fran, and be like, hey, I'm here for demon time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kaguya doesn't have to worry about none of that. And of course, Miyuki now sees the vision too. So all he has to wait for is midnight, and the demon will pull up. So Mikado will never understand because it's not you. You didn't win. You're not the winner here. It's Miyuki. Oh, by the way, you ended up leaving before we could settle things. you know, our wager about the final exams. Oh, so he's still going on about that, which is fair because when you go back to even when Mikado was brought in, you know, towards the final arc, and then realizing all the stuff too with Miyuki in terms of his education and wanting to, you know, being able to be at the level he wanted to be at. Of course, so stuff with his mom, leading to all the things that we got after. So it is still a culmination for him, regardless of all the things when it comes to academics, and at least here with Mikado. It's like, all right, before you always be going on and on about it. But during the first trimester, there was that whole ordeal with the Shinomiya family. And then you left for America right after, so we never had a chance to sell our score. He brought out the USB, so I went and brought out our final exam questions from this year. Okay, so they gonna compete. The real competition here now. I'm expecting a Miyuki dub, though. So now we can compete across the exams from all of our core subjects. What do you say? If you're bringing this up now, then you must have studied pretty hard this year, huh? In which case, you must really want to take that number 1 spot. Unfortunately for you, I'm not concerned about being number 1 in our grade anymore. Because guess what? You could go ahead and win the Premier League title, and you can go ahead and go get your Mickey little award and stuff that they hang at the end, right? The player, PFA, player of the year, or whatever, right? Because we know it's rigged. We know it's always rigged every year. So every time there's someone that does really well, a fraud ends up winning it afterwards. Guess what? The thing that we care about the most, even though it has some Mickey to it, is the Ballon d'Or. And guess what? Miyuki got it. He won it. He earned it, right? He was putting up numbers. The generational stat pad. And guess what? The Ballon d'Or now, it don't leave the cabinet. You think it leaves the cabinet for anyone else? Nah, he been kept it. So it doesn't matter if he's number 1 in the grade, because he's number 1 in somebody's hearts, and we love to see it for him. Instead, I found something much more important to care about. So, I gotta give the round of applause. Listen, Ishii got me still my goat, but the Miyuki ascension from where he was at the beginning of the series to where he is now, man, it's just been, it's been a lovely watch, man. Is that so? And you see the disappointment it looks like in Mikado. No, but he hit a smile. Oh, so he recognizes it too. Honestly, I'm still jealous of you, Shirogane. Where did that come from? If anything, I'm the one who should be more jealous of you. Not only were you born into a stupid rich family, but your grades are also top class across the entire country. Not to mention you're a national soccer champ. I apologize. For those who are football fans, I apologize. That was probably Akasaka right there, just saying, I'm going to get him. And he got me. So, you're a national football champion, plus handsome and well-liked by everyone around you. And I know he has like this like a middling smile, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think he wanted something more too. It's like Miyuki got what he was able to get because he got it out the mud. And Mikado, even though he was born into the families and stuff, and know he had the talent, but doesn't have the one thing that Miyuki has, and that's the happiness to be able to pursue something out of your own like vicinity. You know what I mean? Like, so definitely, I think that's probably what he's feeling right now. Yeah, he's still dead on looking at him. There isn't a person in the world who would deny that you're a top class genius. What more could you want? Yeah. Say, Miyuki, what exactly is a genius? Yeah, here we go, man. You know what? I really had thought the geniuses were going to be on the 2 of Kaguya and Miyuki. You know what? I'll take this right now for Mikado. If this is going to be his closure, I'll gladly take it. We end the rivalry on peaceful terms. Oh, and then you got the little spiral. Anytime I ever see like the character faces when they have like those little spiral things or like the dots, like if you ever really pay attention to like Tokyo Ghoul, for example, when it comes to the way the characters are drawn, whenever like their expressions and just the emotions start to kick in and stuff, it really much reminds me of that. Like shows like they're really going through something right now. Now that you spend so much time with Kaguya Shinomiya, what do you think? After having spent so long by her side, do you really still think that being a genius equates to happiness? Yo, speak to me! Even though I'm on the Miyuki side of things in life, but speak to me! Because he gets it. And you see the look of Miyuki. You're right. After attending university abroad, I've come to realize something. He just looks up at him. There are plenty of people like you and Shinomiya all over the world. I've come to meet tons of people who seem to defy all common sense. And having done so, I've come to one conclusion. The word genius is a word used to describe the outliers. Many of those who possess perfect memory end up lacking communication skills. They're often unable to do what many people consider normal, and sometimes find themselves excluded from the general community. I mean, that is actually facts. You, as much as you want to say that you have something that is a massive, like, a benefit to what you are, there is definitely a weakness behind it. It's just for anyone, just in general. You could be the smartest person in the world and yet lack the very things that, you know, are essential to socializing, making friends, just being, like, quotations normal, but just living life itself. And, you know, you can be hit with the word genius, but it's like, just to put you in a different category from everybody else. It's not the most important thing, because, for example, right there, if anyone who fits the description there for possessing, like, you know, perfect memory, you know, being able to realize things or memorize all this stuff, is Kaguya, because of a lot of the fact that she lacked the communication skills. Now, granted, upbringing, the way she was treated with her family from the beginning and stuff, definitely played a cause in it. But we don't deny the fact that she had the facilities in terms of being able to live out the life that she wants to, as, you know, someone who can be able to excel in certain areas, but then lack in others, right? And Miyuki, seeing that again from his time in Stanford, seeing all the different people that he's met, and now he realized, like, yeah, that's what it means for being a genius, is, you know, to use describe the outliers. But that's not everything. For every talent that someone possesses, they lack something somewhere else. There's no such thing as a perfect person, and that's why you pretend. That's the reason you're always trying so hard to act human. Oh my god. Miyuki is speaking to me. In order to not be ostracized from society, you're always putting on a facade. The Mikado Shijo you want others to see you as is smart, kind, and athletic, but at the same time, you are just oblivious and friendly enough to be approachable by anyone. Oh my god. This man is not even throwing daggers. This is just saying bang from the half. With every shot that he's taking, he's going in right now like Steph. He is going in like Steph. That's just how other people expect me to be. So I have to live up to those expectations. Even if that's not who I really am on the inside. If you don't like it, you could just... Wait! The Kaguya the Chica moment! From the flashback! Oh, no, bro, Akasaka. I love... Yo, you know what? Whatever happened with the rattle before Ishigami Ino... 9.8. The strongest 9.8. No, 9.9 until we get the final chapter. 9.9 until we get the final chapter. Because I can live with, unless sequel stuff, whatever, but that is awesome as hell. That is, bro, literally almost word for word, what Kaguya said to Cheek about the piano. This man is saying straight to become, nah, bro. Nah, this author is the one, bro. He is the one. Regardless of whether or not you're a genius, at the end of the day, that's just one of many labels that define you as a person. If there's still some merit to it, keeping it, then sure. But if you don't need it anymore, then just throw it away and set yourself free. There's no need to let yourself be tied down by a label. Oh my god, bro. Listen, man, Journeyman Miyuki is a different being than anything I could have ever imagined in terms of his growth. Come this time of the series. Bro, this is his Ballon d'Or year. This is his Ballon d'Or season, okay? Ishigami definitely had top goal scorer in the Prem, or at least in the World Cup, and then the finals happened and he got rattled like Argentina against Germany. But right here and now, Miyuki with the Ballon d'Or. This is his Ballon d'Or year. Shinomiya has already set herself free. In her words, oh man, that was about to hit me in the soul. Because I looked down and I saw panels of the past. The strong have no way of understanding the feelings of the weak. So unless we make an effort to understand how they feel and lend them our strength, there's no way we can close the gap between us in any meaningful way. happiness that she's searching for can only be found amidst others. The phone arc. Yeah. Oh, look at the squats and stuff. Yeah. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, and then the one on the bottom left that they're trying so hard to hide and stuff, but when they revealed the couple and stuff between Miyuki and Kaguya the first time, I'm 1,000% sure that's what it is, because you see her like she's holding on to Miyuki, so yeah. But oh my god, these battles. I'm gonna miss this series. And that's why she's now strives for normality. She chose not to live life as a genius, but rather as a normal, everyday girl. No. You can't get emotional. You can't do it, lads. Don't get emotional. Save it for next week. Lately, Shinomiya. Oh, my photographer. Oh, he's gonna do it to me, bro. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's a rat. Lately, Shinomiya has been practicing in hopes of becoming a professional photographer one day. But even if I'm being nice, she still isn't really that great at it. I mean, I can see like the swirl on the top of her head. I mean, yeah, she is struggling, but you know what? We're rookies. We start off from the bottom, then we get to the top. With all the talent that she's been blessed with, Shinomiya could have chosen to pursue any number of potential paths. But despite that, she deliberately chose something she had no talent for. Many may call that a stupid decision on her part. But normally... Oh, wait. I see, this is where it gets dangerous. This is where it gets really dangerous. When the words start switching up in my head for a sec, that's how you know Akasaka has the power right now of me. He has me in his grasp. And I gotta relax. This is a chapter right here, man. But personally, that's the part of her that I love. No. 2 Ballon d'Ors. 2 Ballon d'Ors. Well, the turtleneck. I'm only realizing now he's wearing a turtleneck. That's how you know he's had me so engrossed in his speech and his words. He is cutting a promo directly to my soul. What a goat. And Mikado just sweats like, damn, bro, this man really was spinning. Damn it. You're really just flexing now, aren't you? You're free to choose any path that you like. If you so desire, you can even ignore the multitude of talents you've been blessed with and choose to be like Shinomiya, carving down your own path forward. But, well, I'm the exact opposite. What do you got there, buddy? Personally, I'm going to keep building up upon my own talents, make my business succeed beyond all measure, and bring happiness to everyone on earth purely by my own strength. Oh my god, what is he about to do? He's about to offer him a job, possibly, whenever he gets his stuff. Someday in the future, the world will revere me as the greatest genius of all time. Yo, Albert Einstein, roll in your grave and eat your heart out because Miyuki Shirogane is coming for your throne. It may be shriveled up somewhere in a forest, underground, but guess what? He is still taking that thing by force. As he should. He's like, huh? What's this? Well, if you must know, they're my aunts. Oh! He came prepared. He has observation hockey. Of course he does. It's Miyuki Shirogane. Of course he does. They're my answers to the exams that you mentioned a few minutes ago. Oh my god, look at the rat! Oh no, yo, this is Prime Miyuki. I figured you might think you stand a chance with a surprise attack, but unfortunately, you're out of luck. I saw this coming from a mile away. Yo, what a rat, bro. This man is prime rate, bro. Like, I cannot. Nah, man, listen. Oh, am I really about to go and say Ishigami 1A and Miyuki 1B for the best boys? Because one of them is definitely my son, but the other one there definitely would be my Aniki. My little Aniki, my young Aniki, right? Because you got to recognize, though, we're Oya-san, right? But, man, look at his face, damn it. Are you serious? You said you just didn't care about anything about being number one anymore. True, but against you, it's a different story. Never forgot the story so much, man. Of course, you think he's gonna forget the rattle. Look, I was hoping it'd be great for his character and stuff, but you know what? This is our Miyuki we know and love. We can't throw the other one away. But definitely what he said before, it still holds true. He's just being a rat. That's just all it is. As a man, there's no way I could possibly let myself lose to you in a battle of intellect. So I took the liberty of putting my full power behind preparing for these exams. You were really just trying to get in one final shot. Oh my god, his face. Against the guy who won the girl you were after, weren't you? Don't worry. I know all about how you love Shinomiya just as much as your sister does. There's no way in hell I let Shinomiya see me lose to someone like you. Got it, yo. Oh, Miyuki, man. The king of pride and the king of shame. What happened to shame, Miyuki? We throw it away. It's like, okay, I give up. No one stands a chance against the persistence of the greatest genius of all time. Looks like I was a step ahead, Mikado Shijo. Well, you certainly seem happy enough about it. Yo, this man is funny as hell. Oh, you can't do that. His girl at the window watching him take a dump, bro. Yo, you know what this is? This is the Yana Carrasco goal against Real Madrid in the Champions League. But the only difference is the Atleti in that dimension won the Champions League. And that's what we're in right now. This man got his Carrasco goal and went straight to his girl, but his girl technically there in the stands watching on. How naive, President. The one who's truly a step ahead is me. She caught a photo. Oh my god, no. No, man, nah. Nah, bro. I can't have this story end next week, bro. I need... Nah, Akasaka, why? Why? And here we go. At the bottom right here, 280, the end. It's the final chapter, graduation. Zybot's release. Nothing there, yeah. Oh my god, that was so good. That is crazy. I had envisioned that we would get the graduation at least here. And then, like, the last chapter would be, like, the epilogue, see what's going on. But then again, it could be a very massive one. Because I know Young Jump is very much hyping this final chapter. Because, again, the cover of Young Jump, which is, I know, in that magazine is very rare to do. In terms of a series coming to its conclusion and stuff. Because normally you promote the newer stuff to kind of, like, you know, the passing of the torch kind of say. But... oh my god, I need it to be a long chapter. I really need it to be a long chapter. Even if most of the time I'm going to be reading next week, I'm probably going to be in tears. I already can feel it. I can already feel it. It's taking everything right now just to hold back the emotions. But my god, man. That was, yo. Miyuki and Mikado ending the rivalry here and there, even though Miyuki's shameless for what he did. But at the same time, never forgot the rivalry, and if anything, that was his way of showing respect to Mikado. But just incredible, man. Just and he, you know what? Even though I know he did the thing at the end and stuff afterwards, what he was saying though to Mikado very much resonated with my soul, because it's almost like I can only speak in certain extents to Miyuki when it comes to someone who had to come out from nothing and technically still in nothing itself, trying to be something and finding that there's more to life than success. If you find something that makes you happy, my God, pursue it. Like this right here that I do, talking about series and making videos and just telling everyone that I know from the very beginning to now about what I love and enjoy, and seeing if someone resonates with that. In the same vein that what Miyuki's doing for himself and what Kaguya is doing for herself now, being a photographer. I resonate with that stuff so much, man. And I just love the fact that it took a little journey, a little trip to the other side of the world to be able to find those answers. Because you're not going to be able to find them sitting in the same hole or sitting in the same place that you've always been in your whole life. When you get the chance to explore, even just to walk down the street, I would say probably a little bit more than that. But at the very least, when you're able to find what it is that makes you happy, and being able to tell somebody else that even though they have all the success, all the things, they lack the one thing that that person who was deemed poor has, and that's the happiness. It's just awesome. It's Akasaka always said, when it comes to speaking about how humanity works in terms of how people socialize, how people just life. The guy knows what he's doing, man. And he's definitely has spoken from many personal experiences, from, having family, losing family, to, his job being such a stress and not being able to do the things that he wants to do because he's so focused on the job. But then the beauty that the job brings to him, like, regardless of how this, as much as I still am going to pray on the Ishigami thing as just a 0.1 so we can give the perfect 10, because a 9.9 is still a 10 to me, is just for coping reasons. But he's honestly, like, I still got to go and catch up with the rest of Oshinoko and then see the rest of his body of work. I think in the springtime with the new series he's going to drop. But just off Kaguya-sama alone, he's honestly already become, to me, one of the best mangaka. Like, in terms of speaking to the soul, speaking to a human being, like, he's just one of the best already. And I don't need him to further deepen the bag, even though it would just, be for placements and all that. But in terms of being a solidified GOAT, he's up there, man. And if this chapter didn't do it for you, man, to tell you that he is that guy, I don't know what else I can say. But this is a phenomenal chapter. I love this for Miyuki. I love this especially, too, for Mikado, to be able to reveal these things about himself and then hopefully steer himself in the direction of trying to find happiness before success, if possible for him. I know it is definitely difficult because his family situation is far different in scale to that of Miyuki, but at the very least, if he's able to find that, man, that's great for him. But that Kaguya pen at the end, he thought he was a step ahead. Guess what? She was actually the one in first place. So shout out to Kaguya, Miyuki, the GO couple. But yeah, man, this was amazing. And next week, this journey that I've been on for a full year plus of covering the manga week in and week out, being a fan of the anime from when it first dropped, it's coming to an end. We still have the movie for Ice Kaguya in the winter, but this journey right here, next week it's done. And I'm praying it comes out around this time because I now have the Thursdays off. So it gives me a little bit more time to be able to prepare myself and get ready to say goodbye to a series I'm going to miss so much. And I'll save my thoughts more of it for the last chapter. But guys, amazing chapter. Doesn't surprise me at all because Akasaka just be doing this stuff on a week-to-week basis. And if there's rattles in between, there's reasons for it. But I'll get the answers I need maybe next week. But guys, let me know down in the comments below how we are feeling about this week's chapter of Kaguya-sama Love is War. Let me know if we enjoyed this chapter, if you liked it, if you disliked it. Let me know if you've taken something from this chapter, from what Miyuki had stated to Mikado about finding your lane of happiness. Let me know if there's anything here that resonated with you. And for next week, for the graduation, is it strictly going to be on that, or are we going to get maybe some stuff with the epilogue? How long do we assume this last chapter is going to be? But most importantly, what are you looking forward to as we say goodbye to what is easily one of the best series to come out of Young Jump, out of Shueisha in the last decade? I want to know all that down in the comments below, and prepare yourselves for next week because it's going to be something, man. But like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to be here, especially for next week, for the finale of Kaguya-sama Love is War. If you want to be here for the final chapter coverage on the channel for this amazing series, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell of Shandor to stay up to date with everything that goes on the channel. Because I'm telling you right now, if YouTube decides to tell you for whatever reason that they're not going to let you know that I'm talking about the greatness of Kaguya-sama, the Bella Shandor is going to be your friend. I'll tell you that. And if not, Discord link down below, because every time we post, It lets people know videos dropping. So, with that being said, I will catch you guys next week. I am going to make sure I have this tissue box right here ready on deck for the tears that are going to be coming out of my eyes. I'm going to be Ronaldo gifting. I'm going to be doing all the Ronaldo gifts, potentially. And we get ready to say goodbye to one of the best series that I've had the pleasure of experiencing in a long time. The journey nears its end. But one thing is for certain. Regardless of the rattles, regardless of whatever, Kaguya-sama Love Is War is the flipping GOAT, as it should be. Commodore Lad signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy.